Have you heard about the Houska Castle? Located in the north of Prague lies a mystery uncovered to this day. The castle was built in the second half of the 13th century and is one of the best preserved castles of the period. During World War II, the Wehrmacht occupied the castle until 1945. The Nazis were said to have conducted experiments into the occult. According to one source, there were multiple myths about their supposed occult involvements there. Another source states locals believed that the Nazis had been using the powers of hell for their experiments. As of early 2020, the castle was open to the public and had been since 1999. Tourists would visit the chapel and notice murals including pictures of demon-like figures and animal-like beings. Houska Castle, and most specifically the chapel, was constructed over a large hole in the ground that is a gateway to hell, which is allegedly so deep that no one could see the bottom of it. Animal-human hybrids were reported to have crawled out of it, and dark-winged, otherworldly creatures flew in its vicinity. Legend has it that when construction began in the castle, all of the prisoners that were sentenced to death were offered a pardon if they consented to be lowered by rope into the hole, and report back on what they saw. When the first person was lowered, he began screaming after a few seconds, and when pulled back to the surface, he looked as if he had aged 30 years. He had grown wrinkles and his hair had turned white. According to the Prague tourism website, the castle is reputed to have various types of ghosts, a bullfrog/human creature, a headless horse, and an old woman, as well as the remains of demonic beasts who escaped the pit. The castle in itself was built with a mysterious architecture that seems to back these claims. The mysterious castle has no water source, fake windows, was built far from any trade routes, and all of its remaining defenses face inwards towards its courtyard. The chapel walls are decorated with frescoes that depict the Archangel Michael fighting a dragon and weighing souls at the Last Judgment. Other frescoes show the scene of the crucifixion and Saint Christopher. The strangest image adorning the chapel walls is that of a female centaur, depicted as a left-handed archer. The images of a centaur, a female archer, or a left-handed individual are extremely rare in Christian settings. The image may directly pertain to the stories about the evil creatures that crawl from the pit. Historically, it appears that the castle was actually built as an administrative center, but it has served many purposes since the 13th century. The Houska Castle had stood empty for many years throughout its existence. It has also been the headquarters for some very real terrors. One of which was the German SS during the Nazi occupation of Czechoslovakia. It is unknown what they were doing in the castle, but some of the theories include conducting experiments for paranormal weapons or a breeding farm for the Nazis' master race. Unfortunately, we will probably never know because all documents about the Germans' residence in the castle have been destroyed. Even today, many visitors of the castle claim they can hear scratching coming from the pit, along with inexplicable experiences. What do you believe? Is the castle haunted, with demons from hell only biding their time before the pit reopens, or is it merely an old administrative center with legends and myths? Let us know in the comments.